You know, Saskatchewan's growing up. It's not just potash, uranium, wheat. It's also oil and gas. Well, we talked to their energy minister. Here's what he said. We're joined now by Tim McMillan, the energy minister for Saskatchewan. Hey, Tim, welcome to the show.
Great, thanks for having me.
You know, when people think of oil and gas, they think of Alberta, and maybe they're thinking of Newfoundland and offshore. They don't think of Saskatchewan, but actually, Saskatchewan's a pretty big deal in oil and gas.
Yeah, we have a great story to tell. We're actually #2 in Canada after Alberta, and we just passed Alaska to make us #5 in North America. We're producing more oil than Alaska.
That's amazing and shocking to me. I mean, Alaska, especially in the 70s and 80s, was the big deal, you know, a couple million barrels a day. They've fallen, and you've grown to replace that. What does that mean for Saskatchewan's balance sheets?
Oh, it's great news. Oil is the largest contributor to our budget line, but more than that, it's one of our largest employers. The technology that's driving the oil growth in Saskatchewan started in the Bakken and is now migrating to other fields. And no, it's a terrific story for our province.
Let's talk about that technology, because everyone's heard of the oil sands and sort of boiling oil out of the sand. Now, there are some oil sands in northwest Saskatchewan. They haven't been developed yet. What you're talking about in the south, that's through fracking, right?
Some fracking. In the Bakken, it was fracking, multi-stage fracking in horizontal wells. Some of that technology is now being used in the Viking, in the Shaunavon, in the Bird Bear. Some of it requires fracking, some of it just the horizontals.
Both are really high-tech. Give me a hint of the kind of jobs we're talking about. You know, in Alberta, we hear stories about welders making 150, 180 grand. I mean, it's amazing jobs, both union, non-union. What are the jobs like in the non-oil sands oil patch in Saskatchewan?
Very good. We see our average weekly earnings are growing at one of the fastest paces in Canada. The oil sector is leading that, and it's providing opportunity and jobs. Small towns that were drying up and shrinking for years are now filling up to the seams, and we got schools full, hockey rinks full. It's great news.
That's amazing. You know, when I'm out in Saskatchewan, the story I hear is how a lot of these resource industries are employers of Aboriginal people, not just on the oil side, but also on the mining and the uranium side. Tell me about that, because, you know, that's a story that I think Eastern Canada doesn't think about, but the #1 employer of Aboriginal people is the resource sector, isn't it?
Absolutely. Across Saskatchewan, we have a labor shortage, and we're trying to tap into every available pool of labor, and First Nations is one that our government has put a lot of training into. Companies have engaged them in a very meaningful way, and I believe Cameco is the largest industrial employer of Aboriginal people in all of Canada.
You know, I heard that, and I want to check the stats, because Cameco is in the uranium side and the oil sands. Both are a big win. Now, that's the thing. Just earlier today, I was outside and I talked to some protesters, one guy from the Ontario First Nations, and I asked him, I said, all right, well, you got a job. Why are you telling thousands of Aboriginal people in Western Canada that these industries aren't good for them? It sort of bugs me when other Aboriginals claim to speak for everyone. Are Indian chiefs and Indian bands, are they on side with resource development in reality more than in the media? Like, there's obviously a gap between the professional protesters and the thousands of guys actually working for a living.
And I certainly can't speak for them as a general group either, but I can think of many examples of where First Nations communities and chiefs are leaders, are driving industry themselves, or encouraging their citizens to get involved. So no, I think that it's a very positive step forward.
Well, I mean, what a welcome respite from the alternative, which in too many cases is government welfare, which is not just bad economically, but it saps the soul. I love seeing Aboriginal employment, not just employment, but the Aboriginal-owned companies getting the contracts. That's a big deal in the oil sands. Is that happening in Saskatchewan too?
I can think of the pipelining industry. We have, in some cases, multiple Aboriginal companies competing against each other for contracts and competing against non-Aboriginal companies. It's good for those communities, and the industry needs that type of work.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, you were talking about pipelines. Of course, you can have all this oil, but if you can't get it to market, well, that's what the anti-oil sands extremists want to do. They want to cut off the Northern Gateway pipeline, and they've managed to convince Barack Obama to at least delay, if not kill, the Keystone XL pipeline. Here's my question to you. That Keystone XL tacks over to Saskatchewan before it comes down to the United States. How are you going to get that oil out? How are you going to take advantage of this boom in production without Keystone XL?
Well, we think the Keystone XL is extremely important, and we've been very supportive of it going ahead. We know there's a window here that it still may, so we're hopeful of that. In the meantime, rail has really picked up some of the slack, but we're still seeing big differentials. The price between Brent crude and West Texas is about $20 a barrel, a further discount for our producers in our part of the continent.
So for folks who don't know, Brent and West Texas, basically what you're selling your Saskatchewan oil for is $20 a barrel cheaper than what the Saudis are selling it for on the world market.
That's right.
That's a shame. That's a bloody shame.
It costs the people of Saskatchewan about $300 million a year in lost taxes on that, what they call a differential.
Well, that's just the taxes, let alone what the guys, selling it lose.
About $2.5 billion to industry, and it makes us less competitive than other areas. So we're working very hard to correct that.
Now, I want to ask you one question. One of the hopeful signs to me has been how some of the other provinces that used to disparage Western oil are slowly come around. I'm so impressed when I see those guys from New Brunswick say, you know what? If they don't want your oil in the States, or we want it out here, because the biggest refinery in Canada is in St. John. I don't think most people know that the Irving's out there, and they're paying Saudi prices. They want to pay Saskatchewan prices. Have you had meetings, bilateral meetings with your colleagues in Atlantic Canada? Have you tried to get them ginned up about Western oil?
Yeah, we met this summer actually, and actually met with the Irving folks as well.
Oh, good.
Today they're taking railed shipments of oil from Alberta and Saskatchewan to their refinery because they can rail it.
Oh, it's already happening.
It's already happening. Well, but they're taking it on rail.
Oh, now, I mean, rail is a little more expensive than pipeline, and although it's very safe, rail's the safest thing on wheels, not quite as safe as a pipeline. Do you think we'll ever see a pipeline going all the way east to the Irving refinery, let's say?
I think that the economics are there for it to be a potential, no question.
Well, I sure hope so. I mean, Quebec's there, and you got to negotiate with them. I wish that province would tap into its own oil and gas. Last question for you. You talked about your rapport with New Brunswick. Have you had any dealings with the new PQ government in Quebec? I mean, they've said some herky-jerky things about shale gas, about oil sands. Part of me thinks, good God, if those guys want to be independent, how about be energy independent? How about tapping into their own oil and gas? Have you tried to get them to be more pro-oil and gas instead of so bloody anti all the time?
We haven't had an opportunity to sit down with them yet, but obviously that province has terrific reserves in hydroelectricity. So I think that we have to recognize.
Too. They got shale gas and they got offshore oil.
Yeah. So, I think with them having some skin in the game in their own way, I think that we have to have something where everybody wins.
I'd love to see Saskatchewan crude refined in those two refineries in Quebec. They're paying those Saudi prices also. I'd love to see, talk about a national unity thing, eh? Western oil, Eastern refineries. It's a heartwarming thing, at least for me. What do you think?
No, I agree, absolutely. We have to find some solutions that make sense economically, and that one certainly would.
Well, listen, good to talk to you. You keep up the fight, eh?
Great. Thank you, Ezra.
Cheers. After the break, we take you to the Rock, talking to the Energy Minister of Newfoundland and Labrador. That's next on The Source.